Between 2008 and 2009, we did a fiscal consolidation of the total of some 17% of GDP, which is huge by any standards. And it really took very serious measures. For example, average salary in public sector was reduced by some 25%. Average size of the ministry was reduced by a third. Number of government agencies was cut by half, and so on and so on. Plus, we were implementing serious structural reforms in sectors like education, healthcare, number of other sectors. But what was probably helping is that we did bulk of the fiscal adjustment early on, already bulk of it in 2009. So to say, we front-loaded the adjustment. And this helped us to regain financial stability. It helped us to regain trust of the financial markets and correspondingly return to the economic growth. In last 2 years, in 2010-2011, we had on average some 10% growth in industrial production and 30% growth in exports. This fiscal consolidation was acting as a large economic anti-stimulus. So what we could do and what we could use as economic stimulus was first the EU funds which were available to us. So we accelerated the absorption of EU funds and used them to support entrepreneurship, to deal with the social consequences of the crisis, to support exporting enterprises, and so on and so on. Also, we worked quite seriously to reduce administrative burden. We launched export credit guarantee system to help our exporters, did a number of other measures to support the economic growth, and also concentrated quite seriously on structural reforms to improve competitiveness of the country. Third important element was additional social safety network, which we created to deal with social consequences of the crisis, which consisted of a number of measures like increased periods of payments of unemployed benefits, raised guaranteed minimum income benefits, which is the benefits you can receive after your unemployed benefit expires, improved accessibility of healthcare and medicine for poor people, and probably most important of all, very large temporary works program. Fiscal adjustment, financial stabilization, economic stimulus, mainly with the support of EU funds, and additional social safety network were the three main elements how we dealt with the economical crisis and how we managed to return to the economical growth, and by now Latvia is fastest growing EU economy.
Who would have thought 3 years ago that we would be all together, standing, sitting, working, thinking, celebrating essentially the success of Latvia under the program that it has traveled through in the last 3 years, and it was a hard but successful journey.
Latvia is a good example of how the EU funding can help a country grow. European structural funds together with national co-financing constituted in recent years the majority of public investment.
Through its handling of the crisis since 2009, Latvia has shown that it belongs to the group of Northern European countries that are fiscally responsible. Evidence of this is the likely accession to the euro in 2014. When you add an industrious, hard-working, well-educated workforce that is uniquely fluent in the language and culture of the Commonwealth of Independent States and also that of Western Europe, you have an environment that is very attractive for foreign investment.